Yes.
Yep.
And I felt like my blood pressure was through the roof,
Yeah.
and it was, you know, I want to say it was stupid, but it wasn't stupid
No.
because it's real, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I totally get it. All right. Let's get this party started here. Good morning, everyone. I think we're live, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure I'm on mute. Bring up the chat. Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Wow. Wow. What an entrance. Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's doing good this morning.
Hi, Brandon.
I'm trying to get the chat up. Bring it over.
Hello,
Do
everybody.
that. I hope everybody's having a great. It's Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hump day!
Hump
Yep.
day.
Yep.
Mike.
Get your hump on.
We have a shirt, like we sell these shirts at my store, and one of them says it has a camel on it and says, Mike, guess what day it is? And it's a camel.
Morning, Tracy. Wow, look at you. You're up early.
Yeah, you are.
That's awesome.
I only slept 3 hours.
Oh my gosh. Morning, Cindy. Morning, Hank.
I tried for more, I promise.
Tracy's up already? I thought Austin people had to sleep in every morning with their hangovers.
Oh, yeah.
And she got off the show pretty early last night.
Yeah,
Off of Dwayne's hangout.
Well, and then they had a show. Her and Tommy had a show.
Oh, okay. Well, dang it, I missed that.
Well,
I didn't even know you guys were having a show. Why didn't you
they have a show every night.
Every night?
They have a show every night.
Wow. Well, you go, girl.
Yep.
And boy.
I think so. Pretty much, Tracy. You guys have a show every night. I mean, if I ever need somebody to watch. Oh, it was only 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, so you didn't stay up until the sunrise.
Don't you bark at me, Fuzzy.
Oh, she's not having one tonight. Okay, just as I say that, not having one tonight. Never mind. But yesterday was actually a really good. Once I got everything taken care of, phone calls and all of that, I listed quite a bit. I don't know how many. That wasn't really. I didn't. I have this thing now where I don't want to really keep track.
Yeah.
But as long as I know that I'm listing and I'm listing good, then I'm good to go. You know.
Yeah. I did 12, I think, which isn't spectacular, but I think I sold more than that.
Well, that's awesome.
Or just about that many items.
Wow.
I got 4, 5, maybe not that many items. Let's see.
That's awesome, Sally.
4, 11, 12. Altogether, 14 I sold yesterday.
Wow. Very good.
With, like with all those yarn. If you guys find DMC, like cross stitch thread floss, it sells.
Yep.
People are looking for that.
Yep.
I sold like $80 in thread yesterday.
Wow. That's crazy.
I know. And it's from a box that I got. I got this box for like $3 at a churchyard sale, and it was a whole bunch of like unopened floss and 2 different colors. There was a little bit of orange in there, which orange is selling right now because of Halloween and fall and pumpkins and stuff. And then pink. It's like a rose color.
Huh.
So yeah, there's no sewing supplies. Well, some, like, I have a sewing supply area in my, I'll be right back.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, yeah, she did really good yesterday. She sold a lot of stuff, so that's great.
That is great.
Me, on the other hand, I didn't. I think I sold 2 items yesterday. It was real slow. I think I sold one on Poshmark and one on eBay. So, yeah, that's okay though. I'm getting some momentum going.
I have 7 orders for a total of $292.
Sweet. Very good.
That's above average.
That's a good day.
That is.
Can't beat that.
Yeah, y'all forced me to sell that turntable, so that was
Well, we didn't force you. I think it was. I think that was
$90.
a good choice. I really do, because
Yeah, I only gave like $5 for that turntable. So.
when you have that kind of outlet and all of that, it's really hard to get those types of things sold, for what you want anyway.
Yeah. My
So
regret is that if it was in working condition, it would be $250. But
yeah, but
whatever.
what would you have had to do to get it up and running?
Probably more than I'm capable of, so I'm good with the $70, I guess.
Yep. Shake it off and move on. It's a piece that you don't have to store anymore. That's the way I think of it.
Yeah, packing is not fun, but
Yeah, but I mean, you should be able to get that packaged up pretty good, pretty easily, I would say.
yeah, it's not hard. It just takes time and put the padding in where it goes, and na.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Jonah got to go to work.
Oh, well,
They're calling them in.
That's good.
Yeah.
At least they got somebody to call in.
Well, this family.
They call, you come running.
You call, we haul.
Joanna says, I have to do inventory today. My listed milk crates are filling a corner of my living room. Yeah.
Ooh.
I need to do that too. I need to put inventory away. It kind of gets stacked up, and so I need to either put it in the inventory rooms here or take it over to storage and put it over there. One of the two, but that does need to get done. But I'm hoping to get some good listing. Today is a clothing listing day. Yesterday was hard goods, and I stuck with that the whole day.
Good.
And if I could guess, I probably got 1, 2, 3, 4, I probably got about right around 20 done. So
That's good.
that it's not 50
Love
like
you, John.
my goal,
Have a
but
good day.
but you know, it's okay. I can't complain. At least I got something listed, so I'm doing good.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
Bumcrack says I had to ship a turntable once. Main value was in the tone arm, so I packed it to death, double boxed, etc.
good.
Yep. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, and of course, the buyer sent me instructions on how to pack it.
Buyer knows best,
Oh my God.
I guess.
Tracy said, "Well, I never find good yarn or thread, but always look." Yeah, this. I knew nothing about thread or anything else, but whenever I bought this whole lot, I remember Dusty was like their skeins,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, "What's a skein? I've never heard of that."
Mm-hmm.
And my mom was always into crafts and stuff, but never heard of a skein of yarn.
Oh,
And
she used to say that all the time.
I don't remember. I've never heard that word in my life.
Yeah, she used to say that all the time.
My
And
mom called it a skein.
A skein?
a skein, yeah.
Is it a skein or a skein?
I think it's a skein. It's SKEIIN. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Probably just some differences in pronunciation, but
Mm.
same difference.
Of course, my mom's from Oklahoma, so whatever.
Right. I'm
Tracy
sure that.
said Sally is correct.
Yep.
Either way, it's like, I'd never heard of it. And so I was like, but I didn't really know. She says, but in Texas, Todd is correct. But I didn't know anything really about thread or yarn or anything like that. But I bought this box for like $3 and I'm like, and there was like 60 boxes of this yarn that was all the same stuff, and it looked older, and it's from France. So DMC is very sought after, it looks like.
Right.
And as soon as I listed it, because I had it all listed and then it all fell off somehow.
Oh.
And I had sold a bunch of it whenever I first got it, but then I stopped selling it because it fell off.
Right.
And so I just relisted it the other day, and I had like 7 or 8 different listings. Because I like did single skeins of yarn, and then I did boxes, and I only have like 3 or 4 different I have 3 different types, colors. So I made a bunch of listings out of it.
Great. You did awesome.
Well, thank you. I needed that yesterday. It was kind of a hard day yesterday. And I went to just to get out of the house and get away from my head. I went to Dollar Tree, and I took some coupons with me, and I walked around there, and I got a couple of different things with my coupons. I had like a dog food coupon that was for canned dog food, the wet dog food, and it was that Purina, and it's like plus protein or something. Uh-oh.
That didn't sound good.
Is
Was
that
that
right?
you, Sally, or was that?
It was
Oh,
Todd.
that was me.
Oh, okay.
I'm all right.
Okay, good. But so I got that dog food. It's like plus protein or something, and it was a buy one get one free can. So,
Wow.
you know, and they were of course $1. So I got it. You know, got each can for 50 cents basically,
Sweet.
and yeah, I think I have more of those coupons. So I'm gonna go back maybe today and see if they have any more. But yeah, they're and like these Werther's originals, and they had like a whole bunch of different kinds,
Mm-hmm.
the caramels, and
Yeah.
I had coupons for those, and um so I got those for 50 cents each, you know.
Man, you did good.
Yeah. So and there was a couple of other things that I was looking for and I couldn't
Uh-huh.
find them, so I'm gonna look for those again today. See if I can find them.
Good deal. Did I? Oh, yeah.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Liz.
Liz. No, you know, aluminum cake pans, right?
Uh-huh.
We had set out the lid from one of those and put some charcoal in it to absorb skunky odor.
Mm-hmm.
And the odor's about gone, so that was a bunch of charcoal going into the
Oh,
trash can and
oh.
banging on the aluminum pan lid. So that's what you heard.
Yeah.
I was like, man, his death pile just fell over.
I know, right?
Sorry about that. I didn't
No,
mean to interrupt the show
No,
you're
it wasn't
fine.
interrupting. We were just scared for you.
with my charcoal cleaning routine.
No worries. No worries at all.
Now I'm gonna sell a Tupperware bowl.
It's amazing how many things you go through in a day that you weren't expecting to do.
Right? Hey
Get
now.
it?
Hey now. Is that you, Sally?
Yeah,
That's good.
Dang, Sally can afford to go to McDonald's now.
I
that's
know,
right.
right?
That is right.
What'd you sell?
A Tupperware bowl.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and actually, who was I watching? Oh, the auction professor.
Uh-huh.
And he was going through Pyrex
Mm-hmm.
and showing what Pyrex was selling for some of those bowls. Oh my gosh. And I have an older bowl. I don't think it's mom's, but it's one that I got at a yard sale or something. And it's a Cinderella bowl, which is one of the ones that have the, you know, on this, like it goes like this, and then on the sides it goes like that.
Yeah.
And those Cinderella bowls, some of them can sell for really good money.
Hmm. That may be something that you need. Oh my gosh. That
What
may be something you need to
is that dog wallering?
Yeah,
That's what I
scratching her
call it.
back on the carpet. She's so cute when she does that.
Yeah, she is.
Legs up in the air, and then she's got to scratch at the floor and act tough. Okay, sorry, doggy moment.
Yeah,
that's okay.
that's what you hear when you hear Fuzzy, because he wallers on the rug in there and scratches his back. He sounds like a big old grumble bug. Oh, we did a Tupperware episode too. I'm gonna have to go watch that.
Hmm.
I usually always pick up Tupperware
Mm-hmm.
and Pyrex. Pyrex can be really good.
Yeah.
What? Are you tough? Are you tough? Huh? You think you're tough? Ow! That's a sharp tooth.
Yep. You got
He
tough
says,
nails.
he says, "Yep, I'm tough. All right."
It's a sharp tooth.
Uh-oh.
I got your tail. Yeah, I got your tail. Sorry, another doggy interlude.
Tracy says, why do I get judged when I scratch my back like that? I know, right? We can waller on the road on
Give me
the
that ball.
rug just as well. Somebody's got to scratch your back.
Whenever my back itches, I tell Brandon to scratch it. He goes, "No, use the wall or the the door frame,
Yeah.
And I said, "No, I'm not a bear."
No, I agree. If there's somebody there that can scratch my back, I would much rather
Yeah,
a person scratch my back than
right.
anyway.
Look for the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Remember Blue the bear scratching on everything in that
Yep.
cartoon? Jungle Book.
I remember that.
Mowgli, scratch
Mowgli.
my back.
All right.
Hi, Glenn.
Make me another little list here. Let's see. I got a few things to package up. And then
Hey, Brandon.
list.
Hey, Nikki.
Where's
Sold a
Nikki
pair
at?
of Danner boots yesterday for $69.95. Cha-ching.
That's awesome.
Well, look for Danner brand. They sell fast. They sell for a lot. You'll
Yeah.
be happy. You'll be happy. Happy.
Let's see. Morning, Nikki.
Morning.
Good morning, Liz and Glenn and Joanna.
Morning, everybody in the chat.
Hope everyone's having a good morning.
Hi, Nikki Nixter.
Hi.
I really need to start going to bed earlier. I'm waking up way too late.
It's raining this morning, so
I'll be right back.
Okay. It's going to be another day of 70-degree weather.
yeah, we're supposed to be. I think we're supposed to hit 70 or high 60s, one or the other. But anyways, but it's raining until at least like 10 o'clock, I think.
Yeah.
Our last week. Well, it's our last week of mowing the schools, but we have residences till the end of September. Well, next week I guess it'll be the last week. But anyways, unless the grass grows and they call us and say, hey, we need you to cut one more time. But
Yeah.
that should be it, hopefully. If we can ever get anything mowed this week, it keeps raining.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain when it rains because you can't get nothing done.
No.
The pain in rain stays mainly in the plain.
There you go.
And and the rider I use is to tear shit up if it's too wet,
Yeah. Let's see. Liz says I'm testing out Right Silver Polish for the first time. It better work, Todd. Okay, that reminds me. I have a question for Todd.
Okay.
So I found these silverware.
Yes.
So on them they say colonial. What does it say? Pure silver plate. What does that mean?
It's silver plated flatware.
So they're not pure silver. They're
No.
just silver plated. Okay. Okay. That's just what
Yep.
I wanted to know. No big deal, right?
I'm not 100% correct, but or 100% sure,
Mm-hmm.
but every single piece of flatware I've ever had that was silver had the word sterling on it.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Unless it
Well,
was,
that makes sense.
yeah, unless it was like broken and all you had was the bowl part of a spoon or a piece of a handle or something.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I cannot remember, and I've done quite a bit the last 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever had a spoon or a fork or a knife or any. Now, knives, the butter knives, a lot of times will not say sterling on them
Okay.
because I don't know why that is.
Hmm.
But a lot of times butter knives will not be marked sterling, but everything else should have STERLING on it
Okay.
if it's
What
real solid silver.
Yeah.
what did you say the name of that was? Old Colony or what?
Colonial.
Colonial?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I
Now,
see that.
yeah, some of the patterns of regular silver plated flatware is worth good money too,
Mhm.
especially if
Yeah.
you have a whole set and it's all polished up nice.
Yeah.
But silver plated takes as much time to polish as silver does, so it may not be worth the trouble.
Yeah. I
I don't.
usually don't clean my or polish any of my flatware.
I don't either because some people want it that way.
I don't buy silver plated stuff.
Tom,
You don't?
No,
Why?
because it's usually not worth the trouble.
Oh, okay.
Well, flatware sells.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
silver plate flatware sells. I mean, yeah, obviously it doesn't sell for as much as silver, but it does sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you kind of have to have a set of 4 of each or something to make it.
Not
Well, it
really.
really depends because I've sold plenty of just single forks and stuff for good decent money. You know, I mean, we're not talking like $100 or nothing, but you know, if you break it up and people are looking for replacements for their sets, especially around big holidays.
Yep. That is
Yeah,
very true.
yeah, Medtez, the butter knives will have like a stainless steel blade, and then
Oh.
the handle part can be sterling, but
Huh.
yeah, Tara, if you got a whole set, yeah, it's worth doing. But a lot of times you're at the estate sale, and they'll have silver plate set there, and it'll have $150 written on it. And you're like, no, I almost never get silver plate.
hi Ansley. Hi,
Ansley, and there's Tara, and there's Tom. Good morning, Tom.
Jody and Hickey.
Honestly, hi Tom.
And Hickory
I'm playing.
Springs.
Hi Hickory Springs.
I'm
playing-
playing
Uber.
Nikki this morning.
Oh. There you go.
On the road again.
Going
Yeah.
anywhere?
Dasha is working on becoming an OTA or something of that. I forgot the exact numbers.
OTA. What's that?
Occupation.
Occupational.
Therapist assistant or something like that.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
And so he's working with a school that handles nothing but Down syndrome children,
Uh-huh.
and he's on volunteer there for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Um,
My
working with it.
sister-in-law actually does that for a living. Because they'll have regular schools are not able to, they don't turn away, they can't turn away kids,
Right.
so they'll have kids that have Down syndrome, to a certain spectrum or whatever. They're,
Right.
they're not, completely, like, they have to have diapers changed and stuff like that, but they have to have a one-on-one.
Right.
And so schools actually are have to provide a one-on-one. And so, and that's here. I don't know about everywhere, but that's here in Michigan. And so she's a one-on-one at a school. She doesn't have any child development unit. She doesn't have anything like that. All she has is a clean background, and that's it.
Well, this thing that he's going for, he will have to sit for a state board. I mean, it's he would implement what an OT, the program that they develop.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Valerie knows what I'm talking. I'm sure she knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about too.
Well, I'm sure you do, but there's so many. I get so befuddled listening to these people talk about all this stuff, and I'm like, I'm the driver. I just drive up and say, "Thank you, sir. Please leave me 5 stars when you leave my."
Tom, that is the perfect descriptive word for you, befuddled.
Yep. Morning, Sassy Seller. Mr. Sadie, good morning. How far?
Hi, Jennifer.
Good morning, Jennifer.
Hi,
morning,
Karen.
Tara.
Hi.
Morning, everybody.
Nikki just says, I'm just going to do a blanket cover over it. I'm going to get everybody.
Everybody.
Now, I will say this time of year, because y'all are talking about silverware, if I'm at an auction, because you'll get that silver plate, it'll still be in the box. And sometimes it goes cheap. What I consider cheap is under $50. I mean, especially this time of year, it's a really good seller. And I usually get, like, depending on the pattern, like $150 to close to $200 for those. If you have like a set in the box, matching stuff. They are good, like, especially like right now, because you're coming up on Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, that they sell really good this time of year.
Yeah, people are trying to complete their sets,
Yeah.
They're going through stuff. I mean, I don't have no time I don't have Thanksgiving dinner here, but a lot of people, that's a big deal. That's a big holiday, and they start going through their sets and making sure that everything's complete, and they'll be out there buying ones and twos.
I've sold those gold tone silverware sets, and actually they do good too, and it's not my style, but actually they do good too, like if you have like a place setting for 4 or 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of people can't afford the sterling silverware, so they bring out the plate, and if it looks nice, they're happy.
And honestly, truly, I sell pieces of all kinds of flatware, cheap flatware, expensive flatware. I sell it all because people, like I said, have sets that they want pieces for. And I mean, when I'm at the Salvation Army or something, or Goodwill or something, and I find a fork for 29 cents and I can sell it for $10, I'm all over it.
Yep.
I usually like to buy them in sets. I don't do it because my weakness is if I buy them onesie twosies, I don't get them listed and they sit in a box and I don't get around to doing them. So I'm just like, I know this is my weakness, so I just don't mess with it.
And sometimes if I get like overwhelmed with a bunch of it, I'll throw up a crafter's lot and get rid of a lot of it, but or like that one time I sent some to Valerie.
Yep.
We have a
I-
12 place setting of sterling, but we never use it because I'm not taking it out and cleaning the damn thing. But you know what? You go to Walmart and they have this plasticware that is silver, and it looks like really high dollar silverware until
It
you
does.
pick it up
So
and you
pretty.
realize it's plastic.
It's so pretty. That silver plastic.
Yeah, it is so
so-
pretty.
My dad buys that.
That's what we use when we have like
Yeah.
get-togethers with the family and stuff like that. We get the high dollar plasticware.
Yeah, we do, and that's my dad's job because he has a membership at Sam's Club, and most of our holidays are at his house, and that's his job to keep paper plates and styrofoam plates and silverware, plastic silverware.
I got one for Nikki. I got one for you, Nikki, because I know this is your speciality. I bought some blow mold Christmas decorations at this auction I went to this weekend. I have the Three Kings up at auction, and they have $125 bid on them plus shipping.
Oh, I believe it. Yep.
Wow.
FYI, watch it.
I had that whole set. I had that whole set, and
I have that whole set up in Wisconsin yet. I can
it's now
bring it down.
at the steam farm for the hayride.
Yeah, well, the Three Kings right now, I've got $125 bid on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
the whole, I see people with the whole sets for like 600. So
Jeez.
I go back up to that steam farm and go grab my nativity.
People,
set.
Yep.
people pay
Oh,
so
I'd be
far.
like, yeah, oh yeah, so sorry, I need this back now.
I know what they're all worth. It's just I donated them. I just told them that if they ever get rid of them, to give them back. But
people pay some big money for those blow molds, man.
Yep.
My parents had a set from the 60s, a full nativity set. And when they moved, they forgot to take it out of the attic over the garage. But every year we would set that sucker up. It had, it was Mary Joseph, the baby, the three wise men, a couple of shepherds, a camel, a donkey, several sheep.
Gosh.
I mean, it was
The whole kit and caboodle.
that really,
huh?
that would signify Christmas for us more than putting up the tree did, because
I have the
when you
set
put that,
too.
when you put
I have that set. I have this full set too, but I don't have it down here. It's up in Wisconsin yet. But actually, I've always wanted one to set up in my yard.
Mhm.
we did one year,
I always
you
wanted
go
one to
get
set
it.
up in my yard too. And then I moved to a place where it's really expensive electricity, so I sold mine now.
Well, it's like
Um,
when we were in Eagle River, it'd be like, okay, let's set up the Christmas decorations. Except December, I mean, you might be up to your crotch in snow and it's cold, and it's a good excuse. Like, I don't really feel like setting this up, or it gets buried in snow very quick, so
Yeah.
can't see it anyway.
I finally got that cooler in the garage, got it plugged in, and now it's off charge, and I'm trying to see if it's gonna recharge.
Right.
It's called a Trio Recharge Cord Merchandiser. That's what it's called.
Wow.
Cooler cold merchandiser. Yep. And I figure I should probably be able to list it for about 800.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna try for 800.
What is that?
anyway.
Okay, what is that noise?
Is it my fan?
I don't know. It doesn't sound like a fan.
It
sounds
doesn't.
like wind
Sounds
blowing.
like somebody's got a phone in their pocket and they're walking around with it.
I thought it sounded like wind blowing.
Oh, how about now?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay,
Yep.
my phone is right above my vents in the car.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's weird.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Now we're gonna burn you up.
That's
Yeah,
what I
no,
figured it was.
roll the windows down. It's kind of nice down here today.
Oh, that's much better. Thank you.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. It's all
I
good.
didn't even think about that.
Okay.
I think I have another dog.
Oh, is
Oh,
he still there?
you stick
Yeah.
around? Well,
No.
Is it
He's
getting
out-
along?
He's so skinny. I started feeding him,
yeah.
but he like if I go to town, I kick him outside because I'm like, well, if your owner's looking for you, he'll find you then. And
Yeah.
he just lays on our porch and
So
he's
is
like,
he
"No."
is he an inside dog now?
He's inside the house now.
Nice.
Well, the gnats were landing on him, so
Oh,
then
well.
we let him
Yeah.
sleep in the house at night. Now he's in the house
Yep.
with my dog.
Yep. He's your
Oh,
dog now.
He's a dog now.
And he's getting
Yep.
along with Mabel and
Yeah, he's like he's not a year old. I would guess he's maybe like 8 months old, but he's so skinny. I mean, he looks like a hat rack. His hip bones are hanging out, his ribs are hanging out. You know, like his butt bones, like back where they sit. And it isn't because he's sick. He just wasn't getting enough food.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if I pick him up, the dog stands like knee high to me. So that's probably what, 2.5 feet tall. If I
Yeah.
pick him up, I think he maybe weighs 30 pounds.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
Yeah, he's real skinny.
Did they see him?
I don't
Time
know.
to fatten him up. Does he have a name yet?
Brandon's been calling him Buford from Smokey and the Bandit.
That's a good name. I like
I want
it.
to see him.
Come here. Come on, boy. Come on. Come here, Bu. Oh, I don't want you. You'll hug it.
Well, Mabel doesn't like them carrying him.
Come on,
You
buddy.
only carry me.
Oh,
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 he's so cute.
cute.
ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Yeah,
That's
he's like, I think
right.
he's a foxhound or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you wake up one morning,
Oh.
you only have 3 dogs, and then all of a sudden now you have 4 dogs.
Yeah.
How'd that
Yeah.
happen?
Aw.
Oh, he's
Yeah, but
cute.
see, I don't know if you can tell. See how skinny he is?
Yeah.
You can see his ribs.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
back's kind of hanging out, and his,
Time
like
to.
when he lays down, his shoulder blades are hanging out. He
eh,
wasn't getting fed too good.
Fishing and
Kinda.
picking says Walker Hound, maybe.
He's
time
cute.
to.
I think he might be a foxhound, but I don't know.
Time to get him all fattened up now.
Yeah, he's a pretty dog, Tara.
He's beautiful.
You can tell Tara doesn't like dogs and don't want him around. She just picked him up and hugged
Yeah.
him and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I felt bad for him because he's skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of, now I didn't just say, okay, this is it, it's my dog. He was outside, he stayed on my porch, he's been laying on my porch for days. He, if I go to town, like, cause I go to town a couple times a day, he doesn't run away, he just stays here waiting for us, so.
It's like he's lived here for like 5 years. He
Yeah.
gets along with everybody. He's like everybody's friend. It's weird. I mean, it's like something.
I never had anything, because I wouldn't go like, when I went and got a dog, I wouldn't just say, okay, well now I'm leaving, you're gonna go outside. But I'm like, well, he maybe will go back to where he belongs. And he just like, no, I'm staying here.
It's weird. He's all clung up. So, but I want to take when he needs his nuts taken care of. But I want to get run up a big vet bill and have somebody pull in the driveway and say, "Hey, that's my dog." And,
Yeah.
Fishing
Yeah.
and picking says a healthy Walker Hound will look sick
Huh.
just
Yeah.
because they stay skinny like that.
Yeah.
Check
Do they have
with
trouble walking though in there? Do they get like where they look like they're kind of staggering though?
I don't
Because
know.
now
about
that he's
that.
been
Yeah, they're
eating,
so dopey.
he's running
They're
better.
so dopey. Sometimes they do walk funny.
come on, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a black and tan when I was a kid. To me, my personal opinion, the dog's a little light.
Yeah.
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 Check with your SPCA or any of those organizations to see if they do special spay neuter clinics.
Well, I'm gonna wait because I also don't want to like neuter the dog and then have somebody come and say, "Oh my God, you neutered my stud dog. He's worth $2,000." Now I'm gonna sue you. you know, so
Pay
I
up,
tell
lady.
you, we're not home then.
that's like that's a commitment when I have your nuts cut off. So I'm waiting on that commitment. stage.
Right.
Well,
I would,
it's like
I would
this.
go check and see if he was microchipped, and if he isn't microchipped, just do what you want to do. And if anybody comes and says that's my dog, say prove it.
I
Yeah.
doubt he's microchipped.
But there's probably some SC. If anybody shows up after you've had him fixed and set, starts bitching you out, tell him to call the SPCA where you took him to, because there's probably some women down there that will jump all over their crap because that dog was in bad shape and wandering around and homeless.
Well,
My first instinct was, I'm like, well, we got to investigate, find out where this dog came from. But I started looking at him like, what hell, do I want to send him back there? Because obviously I want taking care of him.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, you pick him up, he feels like you're picking up a cat.
He
Yeah.
don't act. I mean, because when I lived in
He's got
southern
no weight.
Wisconsin, we used to let the guys used to come in and hunt coons. They ran those black and tan coon hounds. He don't act like one was out on a trail hunting and got misplaced, got lost from his pack or whatever. He don't act like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely looks like he needed a home for some food and some love, and so hey, if you can give that to him, then there you go.
If he stays, or it's like if he stays, then it's meant to be. If something happens and he goes
Yeah.
back where he came from, then
Yeah.
it's meant to be.
Yeah,
We're in
absolutely.
that stage.
Brandon like them.
Oh yeah, my son with a dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Come on,
probably just-
Buford. And then he
Is he
does
sleeping
this.
up on his bed?
No, I'm not letting the dog in the bed. I got 2 dogs in my bed. That's my bed limit. The
No, I
pug-
said, is he sleeping on his bed?
No, he sleeps on the floor next to my side of the bed right now.
He
There you
got
go.
up in our bed this morning. He's going to be in our bed by, if not
I
tonight.
say
I told Tara
Sounds
we're gonna
like
get
he's
another
Tara's
king-size
dog.
bed. We'll have to put 2 king-size beds together so we got room for all the dogs.
You're gonna have to go get you a California king, which is 2 queen size beds put together.
Mabel don't like it because Mabel sleeps in the bed and she's like, no, you do not belong on the bed. This is our privacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those dogs, sometimes they have back problems too.
Mm,
So because they're a little bit longer body.
mhm.
Yeah, so you got to watch for that too.
I know a hound loves to run. When I was a kid, we had a coon hound, and we had to keep it like tied up and in a fence because if she got out, she'd be gone for a couple days because they get on a track or something and they like to run.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going into Walmart. I'll probably drop off.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, find good stuff.
Well, I'm killing time. I'm gonna go over here to what's on clearance.
Go do your RA.
Yep.
Report back with how you do. You're our RA man.
No, I'm not either. Bridget's our RA lady.
I said
Yeah,
off
but she doesn't give us any reports, so we
no,
need her to do it.
she is very, very tight-lipped on that one.
Mm.
Yeah, I sent my box off this week, so I don't have to worry about that.
That's good.
Roberta wants me to get about 3 million items in there that'll sell so she can quit work.
There you go.
There you go. I'll give you one. You want one?
Want what?
Okay, go look by Lawn and Garden. My Walmart had these sports flags. They were like $1 a piece, and they're marked down from $20.
Oh,
How you doing?
What are they?
They're football and like baseball teams.
uh-huh.
They're
They're flags.
Yeah, they're vertical flags. They were marked down from 20 to a buck.
Wow.
And I think they do like $12.99 or maybe $14.99 a piece.
Nice.
But that could get into somebody else's business.
Okay.
Okay. Jody says my friend has 2
But I'm gonna look at
blue tick hounds. Beautiful.
Oh, cute.
They know how to tree, and they take them to shows. They are awkward looking long legs.
Yeah, he looks like a big daddy long legs.
Sometimes until dogs reach a year old, some of them hound dogs kind of look skinny and stuff, even if you're feeding them,
Yeah.
until they like grow into their body or whatever.
Yeah, they got to fill out a little bit.
Yeah, this isn't that though, Nikki.
Yeah.
Trust me
This
on
is
this one. This is not I'm gangly and lean looking. This is somebody
Oh.
when they have no muscle on the top of their butt because he's out running, there's something wrong.
right.
That's my opinion. I've raised
That's-
dogs, I've raised horses. They're
Yeah.
supposed to have a little bit of a round ass. They're not supposed to have their butt bones and hip bones hanging out.
No.
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 When it looks like a triangle and it's all
Yeah.
bones, it needs
Yeah.
some weight.
Yeah. He
Well,
he
you're
needs
there with the dog,
some
so you
fattening up. You know,
Yeah.
he needs to,
Are you-
he
Yeah.
needs to get a little meat on his bones, and I'm sure in a month he'll be just fine.
Or somebody
just
else will
wanna
come
say
back and say,
that
"Hey, that's my
somebody-
dog."
Yeah.
Or somebody's
I-
gonna come and get him.
If somebody hasn't came for him yet, I really don't see that happening. So I don't think
Probably
you really
not
have
wandering
anything.
around for a long time. He may have worms too. Have you checked his poop?
Well, there's no worms inside of it that I've seen him poop out, but
Oh.
yes, he probably is gonna need wormer and stuff. Right now, I'm just in the feeding stage because in case he doesn't stay. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that dog totally reminded me of Honey.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
you had that hound dog.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. But she was way too much for me to handle. She was
Yeah,
She was a
they can be
handful.
high energy. They
she
can be
was
high energy.
and then when she found out, all she had to do was run towards the fence, and she could bust the fence open. She could break the board. Got out. She was a runner.
I've never had a dog that just stayed laying on my porch like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if I went I would never think about going to town and leaving any of my other dogs outside. Like, okay, just stay outside. But this one, I'm like, well, technically, I don't own you, so I'm gonna leave. He's just like, nope, I'm not leaving this property. He won't follow me down the driveway. He won't go like past where I park my cars. He just stays there and he goes back to the porch and waits for me to come back. It's weird.
Cute.
That's a good dog.
Yeah, I mean, he's very well behaved.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Good.
I
Well, I
never
gotta go
thought-
quit reading. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Okay.
see you,
Have a good
Nikki.
day.
Bye, everybody.
Morning, Sherry. Sherry says, hopefully you don't live on a road where people dump off their pets.
I wonder.
Yeah.
That thought has crossed my mind. Did somebody push this dog off here?
Yeah.
Or he pushed him off in the area and he picked my place to come into.
Yeah.
It is. I've had dogs, I think probably most people have, where a dog, like stray dog shows up, but it don't stick around. It's looking for its home. It goes back where it came from. That's not what it's like with this one. He's like, it's like he's decided, no, I'm living here and that's that. It's weird.
Yeah.
Mr. City says, question, why are dogs like phones? Answer, because they have color IDs.
That's a good one. Yeah, Tom's doing some RAN.
Can you tell what season it's getting ready to be?
Oh,
Right now, they got Christmas
yeah.
coming out.
They
Yep.
got all the shelves clear.
Ugh,
Wow. That's a big shelf.
I'm not looking forward to that. That sounds horrible, but yeah. I don't know.
It's beginning to look a lot like. Shut up!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not ready.
Everybody and their brother can hear y'all, so don't start screaming. Oh my God, they got Christmas trees out.
Oh, yeah.
Ours did too.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice.
Santa on a
Santa
bike.
bike.
How you doing?
Yeah.
How you doing?
So Sally, you got to work tonight?
Yes.
Okay. You got to work for the next, what, 4 or 5?
5.
5.
Need any Christmas lights?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, they got the stand.
Well, there's
That's
a clearance rack right there. See the big head to the yellow signs that say clearance, Tom.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I can't tell. I can't scan anything because I'm talking to y'all.
Well, what is it? Is it that looks like bug killer?
Garden weed preventer.
Yeah, I think I'd pass on that.
Yeah, I'm not going to start shipping chemicals across.
Yeah. C13 left, unless it's still back there.
Hannah says, I made one mistake. I made that mistake one time, walked into Dollar General and was live talking about growing marijuana.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
We did. Nikki was in Walmart, and we
Oh
were
my gosh.
really being.
Yeah. Sounds like somebody getting shot.
Wasn't Nikki in a hangout in Walmart, and we had her going up to people like meowing at them or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was meowing, wasn't it? She'd walk up and go meow.
Well, like the how are you?
It was like meow, or she'd say something, and then like I can't remember. She'd say something kind of crazy, and then meow at them.
Were you looking for cat food now?
Oh, good old Nikki. Good old Nikki
Yeah,
doing
like-
her little late night rendezvous type thing. Yep. That was all.
What do you want?
I'll be right back.
Okay. Mr. Say says, everyone start yelling, I need a bathroom now.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh my God, I need about 12 packs of these.
Well, they do that. They want you to be like.
What are they?
They're hangers.
Oh.
My kids are always destroying hangers.
Mm.
He's by the window here. Go on the porch and yell.
Okay, I'm gonna drop off of here because they're banging and I'm sure that's irritating as hell to
Somebody's
y'all.
playing the drums.
No, they're putting together steel shelves to put Christmas on.
Oh.
All right.
So I'm gonna drop out for a little while. Let me see if I can find out how to disconnect.
All right, let us know.
All right.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can get into some trouble today.
Uh-oh.
See if I can find something over at St. Vincent's probably.
Oh, cool. Well, they should be bringing out Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, you're right. That's what I like going to thrift stores this time of year. Is I'm specifically looking for like Christmas stuff, like Mr. Christmas and better. I got one I'm going to list in a minute. I got a Mr. Christmas marching band I'm going to list.
Ooh, cool.
Where did I get that? Oh, I bought that at that auction this weekend.
How much do you think it's gonna go for?
Well, I don't know. I haven't sold one for a while. I mean, I think I used to sell them in that $100 range.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't sold one. I don't know if I sold one last year or not.
That's awesome. I don't think I've ever found anything Mr. Christmas before.
Well, they make a lot of different stuff. I mean, you have like music boxes they do, and there's a big assortment of stuff they sell.
I always look at the brand, but I don't think I've ever found anything. It was Mr. Christmas. Hi there, Rita. Hi, Anna Mora. Yeah, Joanna says, Dig, someone's hitting the shit out of those shelves. Yeah, they
Yeah.
get loud with those.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, did you see all that yarn I sold yesterday, Tara?
I see that embroidery thread or whatever that you.
Mhm.
Is that stuff you got a long time ago, or is it different stuff?
No, it's the same stuff.
Oh wow.
I had it listed and I sold a bunch of it, and then it dropped off or something, and I went looking for it the other day, and I'm like, this isn't even freaking listed. No wonder it's not selling.
Oh, I hate that when you're like, why isn't this selling? And then you
I
realize
know.
it's not listed anymore.
I know. So I relisted it in like 8 different listings because I have a bunch of it still.
Mhm.
And I sold like $80 worth of freaking thread yesterday.
Wow. Couple years ago, I got a whole bunch of it at an auction, and I put it like in lots. I divided it up, and I did really good on it.
Yeah, was it DMC?
Yeah.
Yeah. People look for that stuff because it's like from France, and I
Yeah.
guess it's really, really good good quality. Joanna says, Tara, do you know how to replace the broken rubber band on the engine that turns the carousel?
That's why I have a husband. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I would be more like, Jim, this doesn't work right. Figure it out.
Fix
So,
it.
Fix it or call it as having, a problem.
Because
Yeah.
men are better with rubber things than women are.
I guess so. I guess that explains it, Todd.
Yeah, that must explain all the pregnancies.
Hey, Tara, when
I just got that.
oh,
He started it.
if you got a bunch of Christmas stuff that isn't selling, when do you start dropping your price?
I've never really had like Christmas stuff that I really couldn't get knocked off in the season.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim will go through and roll I don't know, maybe like if it was getting in that last 3.5 weeks, maybe I'd roll it back some. But I mean, if it's got usually I knock it off. I'm trying to think of. I try not to sell what I call real generic Christmas stuff. I usually try to stick with stuff that's like, Mr. Christmas, Jemmy
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, I got all that Department 56 stuff 2 weeks ago, and I've only sold one piece. So
Yeah, well, hang on.
Which set is it? Is it like the Charles Dickens set?
it's like 2 different sets. One is Heritage Village, and the other set is like Dickens Village.
Yeah.
So about half and half.
Yeah, I would keep that on there until the end of the year at least.
What was the comp? Because to me, like the Dickens Village, you have to get it pretty cheap because for whatever reason, it doesn't. Some of the pieces don't do as good in that village. In my experience that I've had, there's good pieces in there, but it seems like there's, stuff that is a little bit like that. So what was the comps on it like? If you put it right around the comps, you should be okay.
Yeah, I think I pretty much split the middle on comps.
Yeah. No, I'm looking at them. You look like you got them priced right in line.
Oh my god!
And you got best offer on it, so if somebody wants it, there's gonna shoot you an offer.
Is that Dickens?
Yeah.
Who got stuck with that?
Shut up. He's being a smart ass. Just ignore him.
I only paid.
You got to, but it's what is it? It's the middle of September, and granted, people are thinking about Christmas, but if you're like really into decorating, probably right now you're thinking about Halloween. I will say,
right.
Christmas really picks up in that November time for me.
Yep.
I mean, I like to get it. I list it year round, and I like it. And like right now, I'll go to thrift stores looking for it because they're putting it out. But I mean, it's November, December where you're really knocking that stuff off.
Yeah.
And January, ironically, after Christmas, it's still selling pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even I sell the generic stuff, but I was even selling stuff in January and February of this year.
Yeah.
Well, and I know what I mean. Like, there's something wrong with the generics. Like I have some right now because I got Christmas stuff. They're ornaments. They're nothing special. I just lot them together in a decent lot because I know they'll knock off because you get somebody that'll get them for decorating with.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, Todd, your stuff should be able to go. But I would have your prices, either, I don't know how you do it. Like if you put them high so that you can take an offer, or, or have them, kind of reasonable, but have them, higher right now. And then, in November, then you can start, maybe whittling down your price a little bit. Even maybe in the 1st of December.
I kind of sit on my prices. Like I got a Mr. Christmas music box I listed last week that went through an auction cycle, no bids. It's a buy it now, $75. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna leave it at the $75 because I'll get somebody that in desperation, I need to have that now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
I like to look what else is listed. I like to be a hair, and I don't mean a lot, a hair cheaper than the other listings, so that if they search price plus shipping lowest first, I'm going to come up towards the top of the list.
Yeah, see, like I had a bunch of stuff, Christmas stuff that I listed like during the challenge, and so I kind of listed it on the lower end because I just wanted to get rid of it and thought maybe I could get a point with it,
Mm-hmm.
But and so like I went through and had to raise all those prices because I had them so low. And I thought I better raise those now so that I can, maybe take an offer later or something,
Mm-hmm.
Still make some money on them. Not that I paid for them. I got them for free, but,
Did you see that question from Joanna? She
yes.
said, okay.
Yeah.
Morning, Rita. Hope you're doing good today. Oh.
Supposed to get up to like 76, 78 here today.
Nice. That's good weather right there.
I think it was like 87 here yesterday. It's been
Yeah,
hot. Well, it's been hot. I mean, it's been like 92, 95.
Wow.
Yeah, I think we're going on our 3rd or 4th day of 90s today, so
Yeah.
but it's supposed to it'll be dropping down here pretty soon.
Yeah, it's cooler today.
Better get your ass outside.
It's only supposed to get up to 91.
Get your ass outside. I thought you were going to say 105.
Get your ass outside. Get your ass outside.
Morning, D.
My ass is outside. See?
Todd's got some buzzards in his yard with like some skulls and stuff flying around.
Yeah, that's a little bit different for you, huh, Tara? Being so warm right now.
It doesn't, but I'm already kind of getting acclimated to it because we haven't even been running our air conditioner, so it isn't good. I mean, it's warm, but actually, it's kind of Jim likes it. He likes it hot anyway, so
yeah.
Yeah, it's getting down into the 50s, 50s and 40s at night here.
Yeah. I would say we're like 10 to 12 degrees warmer than up north.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you guys you guys made the move and you got settled. You're settled in. You found a house and you
Yeah.
got all moved in.
No, I
and
like it here.
I think that's great.
I like it here.
I heard they got ripped off on the real estate price, but you know.
Probably.
Just kidding, Tar. I'm sure
I'm just
that
happy I don't have to answer to the bank anymore. And that is kind of nice. Like I don't have to worry about like on the first, like, oh, I go make my mortgage payment or whatever. That is nice. That was my goal. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
did you get your taxes on your property prorated out so you don't have to pay the big amount the first year?
They don't, well, like we bought this place almost a year ago. I mean, the property taxes here are incredibly cheap compared to where I'm from. And the guy that we bought it from, when did we close on this? In November. He just paid the whole year's worth of taxes. So now this year it'll be my responsibility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nearly a full year.
Yeah. I mean, the property taxes here, I mean, I'm embarrassed to say, I mean, they're like $650 a year. I mean, they're so incredibly cheap. I can't even believe it.
What? For the amount of property you have there?
Yeah, when I was up in Wisconsin, I was paying around $3,000 a year, and down here, it's like $650. And the other thing is, like when Jim turns 62, they only tax you on a portion of the value of your property. So, like, let's say you had like $100,000 piece of property, they only tax you like on 60% of it or something. It's
Wow.
real weird when you turn 62. So, and he's getting close to that. So I got
Yeah.
that old age benefit from him then.
There you go.
Yeah.
You put the property in Jim's name? Are you stupid?
Well,
God.
I'm just-
we've been married. Well, let's see. How long have we been? We've been married 12 years. So I figured it was
It
time to
doesn't-
own property with him.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, if you're married, then it's yours anyways.
Yeah, it turns into communal property. This is, well, no, I own a piece of property. I put his name on in St. Germain. I sold, but we've been together 12 years, and we opened up a checking account down here, and this is the first joint checking account that me and Jim have our names on together.
Wow.
Yeah. Not that we just never got around to it. We each had our own bank accounts. We just never got around to putting,
Yeah.
as a joint checking account. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, now it's official. I guess we're together. We got a joint checking account.
Well, it's
Sherry.
a hassle to go in and fill out the paperwork. Both of you got
Yeah.
to sign it and da-da-da. It's just something else you have to do.
Joanna or Sherry says, how did the horses like it, Tara?
Well, I guess they like it, but I mean, they're getting fed and watered and taken care of, so I don't know. I don't give them the like. I mean, they seem happy, but
They're not stressed out or nothing.
No.
That's good.
That's good. That's really good.
Mary says, "Oh my God, I paid $1,300 in taxes. I'm assuming 1,300 and
No, I think it's incredible. This is like, some of it's kind of crazy here because like I can add on to my house and I don't need a building permit. I could build any building I want on my property. I don't need a building permit.
Wow.
They don't do like in Wisconsin, you had to have like the 3-year septic checkup and stuff like that. They don't do any of that kind of stuff here. It's like live free and die. I mean, it's just like you do it. It's your property. You do what you want. Because when we bought this place, the guy we bought it from, he's like, no, you don't understand. You live in the country. This is agriculture. You don't need permits to do anything. I'm like, okay, sounds like my kind of place. Anyway.
heck yeah.
Cheap taxes and free dogs. There you go.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Yeah, and when you move here, a hound dog will just show up on your porch one day. Like a welcoming service. Welcome wagon, here's your hound dog.
If that ain't country, I don't know what is. There you go. Let's see.
Yeah, my taxes are right around 2,000.
Yeah, mine were like Mine were right around 3, and then I sold that south piece, and I think I still was at like 27. So I mean, taxes under $1,000. I mean, honestly, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining, but I can't. And my electric is cheaper here too. Like in Wisconsin, and maybe we didn't use a lot of electricity, but like my electric bill, I could like be barely using any electric, and I couldn't get it below like, let's say $170 a month. Here, I mean, it's like $100 a month.
Yeah.
I don't know if their rate is cheaper or what, but I mean, it is cheaper for me living here than up there.
Yeah. Yep, most definitely. And I know when I move to Texas, it's going to be more expensive. I mean, I'm
Oh, is
betting
it?
on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, minus, not even counting the rent, because that's a given. But just I'm sure the electricity, gas, all that's going to be, you know, more expensive. I'm just kind
Well,
of,
te-
betting on it.
Texas property tax rates vary very widely because each county is in control. So
Right.
county and school district. So
And and that's really something that I haven't even looked into or even really thought of is, the fact of, buying a place. I'll probably just rent, at least for a while. I do have this thing that I would like to do, but I don't know if it will ever come about. But buying like a rundown house, that's just a fixer upper basically, and just kind of getting it and doing everything myself, and maybe hire like a subcontractor or something to come in and take a look at it, or do some work. But that's always been a something that I would like to do,
yeah.
but I don't know if it'll ever come about.
And the more work you can do yourself, the savings are just really worth it.
Oh yeah.
But
I had a friend that I worked with. His name is Dean, and I mean he was so tight, but he had money. He was a saver. He was and that's just what he did. And he saved every penny that he had. I think it was so they bought a property, and they basically built their house themselves. I think they hired out the the foundation and the structure, but they pretty much did all the work on the inside themselves. I think he knew somebody that did electric, and he just hired that out. But like all the tile work and all the flooring and everything. I mean, he did all of that. Um, and it took him a while, but it ended up being a $1 million house. It's probably, yeah, I mean, with property and everything, it's probably a good maybe $1.5 million. Uh, but that's what he did. He did it the cheap way. I think it was Home Depot there was one. I think it was Home Depot. There was a like a home improvement store that was going out of business, and I think it was Home Depot, and they had like a bunch of stuff that was on clearance, and he just bought everything that he needed. He bought from that store and got it, pennies on the dollar. So, um, but yeah, he just did it the right way. Yep, Mr. Sadie says I do everything myself. It's also how I make my living. There you go.
Yeah.
So, but I also know that you got to be careful with those old houses because they can be a money pit too. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. But I'm just, I'm trying to prepare for that, trying to get some things in place and kind of build them up, and then I can have that kind of in my back pocket. And yeah, if I need to, I can go get a job somewhere. Not gonna kill me.
Were you
That's
thinking about going like around Austin? Was
yeah,
that it?
yeah.
Yeah, so that's like a trendy city, yeah. So you got a lot
Yeah,
of
I
people
mean
moving
it's
there.
definitely gonna be on the outskirts of Austin. It's not gonna be in Austin.
Yeah.
San Marcos, Lockhart. Lockhart is really where I want to live. Um, but yeah, definitely not in the big city of Austin.
But my question is, how close is it to Todd's Luther and rummage sale?
About 3 hours.
Oh, well, you better move closer over that. You better move towards Todd more then.
But there are so many places. There's just so many places that I can shop at,
Yeah.
And I think and the bins are not far, um, so I think I'll be fine as far as like having, and I'm sure there's auction houses around and everything. And that's another thing that I plan on doing is when I get there, I'm not going to, I'm not, I don't have a plan of taking a bunch of furniture with me.
Mhm.
I'm not, I have no plans of doing that. I'm not even, I may order my bed, but, and I'm not really sure how I'll do that yet, but I don't plan on taking my bed that I have here.
Mhm.
Um, I kind of want to start fresh and just kind of have a clean slate and find stuff from auctions and the bins and to decorate. And I'll have Valerie, and she's I mean her house is amazing, and I just I just want a clean slate.
Mhm.
She'll be able to
Oh
take you
gosh.
places to get furnished.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And how close will she be to the area? Is she in that like San Marcos area?
Yeah, she's in the same area. She's about 10 minutes from San Marcos. If I move to Lockhart, I think that's about 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes away maybe.
That's cool.
Yeah. But it'll feel good to have friends around to to go out to lunch with or to go to the bins with, go shopping with. Yeah, I know that's not going to be an everyday thing, but it right now I don't have
Yeah.
anybody here to count on.
Yeah.
And so and Lockhart is a small town, but it's got it's got the small town feel, but it also has the restaurants and the stores. It has a Walmart in town and all that. So I think it'll be a
Yeah,
bet.
Beth's a little bit away from that,
Yeah,
right?
she's in Houston, so she's about three. I think she's about 2.5, 3 hours away. But she comes down there all the time because her daughter and her grandson live down there. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're gonna do good.
Take Sally with you. Get her out of that cold hole.
I know.
She'd probably like it there. You guys could go sourcing together and stuff, and she wouldn't
Yep.
be freezing in the winter with her blanket around her.
Oh,
Mhm.
believe me, Tara, I'm on my way. I mean, I know it'll take a little bit to get out of here, but
Only
um,
took us 5 years.
Yeah, it took us 5 years.
my
Our
my
email.
kids live here, you know, and
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if they'll be. I mean, I know Job's not gonna move. Job will stay here because he's got a
Yeah.
girlfriend and everything, and he lives downstate. He lives like 4.5 hours away from me,
Yeah.
and but Jonah, you know, he lives here with us.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure, you know, what he wants to do. He was actually talking about maybe moving to Washington because he has friends that live there. And but I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know if he'll, you know, what he'll want to do.
When we decided we were going to move, it took us 5 years to wrap everything up.
Yeah.
But we did have property to sell, and I had a probate to settle up there and stuff like that. But it took us 5. Our email is Operation KY13 because Jim was delusional enough to think we were going to move in 2013. I said no way at the time, but anyway.
Yeah.
Well, everything comes in time,
Yeah.
and I have a big goal that I'm trying to make, but as far as I want to have some money in the bank, I want to have a good chunk of savings, and I have a date in mind, but as far as the chunk of money that I want to have saved, that kind of overrides that date. So it's going to be sometime next year, but it may not be exactly on that date.
Yeah. No,
and
and
I
it's
want-
good to have a safety net because when you do, like I know this from experience, your eBay store is going to crash because you don't have time to put any effort into it because you're working on moving.
Right. And I'm really going to take advantage of the winter, the cold months, and get a lot of stuff moved, packaged up, and things that I don't need, and kind of get started, with the move before I move. That's why I got that third storage unit, so I can start moving stuff over there that I want to take with me, and so hopefully that'll all work out.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Be careful, Mr. Sadie. He's got to go change some saw blades on a machine. Hopefully my new name won't be Nubsy when I'm done.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, be careful with that. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about it, and I mean, if I could move tomorrow, if somebody said we got you covered, everything's great, and I would move tomorrow. But I know that you have to. For me, I have to, do things a different way, and I want to make sure that I'm covered. I'm planning on getting my respiratory license for Texas, and that way, if everything goes to shit, then at least I can go back to work doing that.
Mhm.
And so I want to. I have some things that I want to have in place before I do that. So
Yeah.
just trying to think
Cover all
positive
your
about it,
bases.
but cover everything, and I know the rent's going to be a lot more expensive, so I'm already expecting that. There's no way around that.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Well, but when the rent's more expensive, that means you're in an area that you have a potential to make quite a bit more money if you look at
Right.
it that way.
That's true. That is very, and I know what kind of house I want. And I'm not, I mean, it doesn't have to have a pool or, tennis courts or anything like that, but I want
Well,
a
you definitely
3-bedroom.
want a pool.
Yeah. I don't know.
Jim wants to put one in here and above ground, but
I would love to have a house with a pool. I would so do that, but that's not a necessity. I want a fenced yard, for the dogs, and a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a garage.
Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't really be, because most houses are 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So that shouldn't really be that hard to find.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine. It'll all work out. Then maybe I'll meet Lance here.
Mm,
I know there's a lot of time. There's a lot of time in between there. So
yep.
Mary says I'm hoping to sell this house and buy one right down south.
Right down.
Buy one outright down south. So I won't.
Yeah, that's what we
have to
did.
make payment. That's the best way to go right there.
Yeah, if you can do it. It is, I will say it is not, especially if you're a reseller, if you don't have to worry about making a mortgage payment or whatever, it does make it easier.
Yeah, just takes that
Yeah.
little
was
bit of
part of
stress
our
off.
goal. Yeah, that was our goal. Is I said I don't want to be an old person paying a mortgage, and if one of us dies, at least that's one thing the other person doesn't have to worry about. They don't have to go like, oh God, now I got to pay the mortgage or whatever.
Yeah.
At least they'll own the house over there. At least they won't be homeless or something.
Mary said she wants a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, about 10 acres, and central air and a 3-car garage.
There you go.
Doesn't she want to move like down by Tennessee or something?
Somewhere in that area,
She
I
just
think.
wants down south.
Oh, just
Yeah.
south.
Wherever south she can find that deal.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Ansley. The beauty of the future to me is the unknown. Yeah. You never know what's around the corner. You never know what's waiting for you, so.
See, to me, I don't even want to pick a specific state. That's my problem. I just want to roam.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go in the RV and just roam around?
There you go.
That's what I want. I want to get like an RV or something and just
Born to be wild.
yeah.
There you go. Travel.
I don't want to live a specific place. I want to just go from here to there to here to there to here to there.
Yeah.
See, and I like to go on a vacation, but I like to have a nest to come back to.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is my home base now. I'm coming back to my home.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'll see when I get there. Huh?
Yep. Look at states we know we don't want to move. If it had any kind of snowflakes, it was off the list. I don't blame you.
I don't blame you either.
Nope.
Well, then move south of Kentucky because they get snow here. It'll melt like in 3-4 days if they get a lot, but you will get snow here.
Yeah.
Which is okay with me. I mean, if it's enough for me to like, oh yeah, look, we got a snow day. It snowed and no school or whatever. That's cool. I just don't want to live in it for 6 months.
Yeah. Good morning, Julie. She's getting ready to go for her appointment.
Oh, good.
So she's getting ready to do that.
Hey,
We'll see how the baby's doing.
When is she due? In November?
She's doing November. She's having a C-section November 13th.
Oh, now if you waited a few days till the 17th, it would be the same birthday as Brandon.
There you go.
The 17th?
My Brandon, yes, my
Yeah.
Brandon was born on the 17th.
Isn't that Carolina's birthday's on the 18th?
I think it's on the 18th.
Yeah. And then our
Yeah.
dad's is on the 22nd.
Uh-huh.
Your dad's is on the 22nd.
Yeah, you already ruined it, honey. Gotcha.
I actually seen my dad on Pulp Fiction last night.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean, Mary, just keep looking around and yeah, that's kind of what my brother did. I mean, he knew he wanted to get out of California, and they started looking around at, I think they were looking at Tennessee. And of course, he's a little more extravagant. They wanted to make sure that they had open carry and a lot of different things with politics, and it was a wide range of things. But I think their bottom line was Tennessee or South Dakota, and so they chose South Dakota.
You can open carry in Kentucky.
Oh, can you?
There
Yeah.
too.
That's awesome.
I wouldn't do it, but we love guns, but if you will get people out there who don't understand guns or are scared of them. You want
Right.
to scare people, they see a gun on your hip like that, it would spook them. They just had a thing
Yeah.
in Lexington, Kentucky, where somebody I didn't even know you could do this. They got thrown out of the Walmart in Lexington, and they're like banned from all Walmarts nationwide because he went in with an open carry in Lexington, Kentucky, which it's the law here that you can open carry, but it's Walmart's policy that you can't open carry in there. Anyway, you got kicked out of all the Walmarts
Oh my
nationwide.
gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there is definitely a time and place for that. I would love to be able to carry all the time. I would love to, get up in the morning and put my holster on or whatever and carry a gun. I would do that every time I leave the house or but I need some training with my gun also because I'm scared of it. I'm not scared
Yeah.
of it, but I'm not comfortable with it. And so but that's definitely something that that I want to.
Yeah. No, you should be comfortable with it. It's a
Yeah.
tool, like a hammer or anything.
Yeah.
Yes, you should
Yeah.
be comfortable with it.
hmm And so I would never do that, without being, properly trained, and I think that's important. Yeah, Mary says I love Target. I love going to the range. I mean, if I could do that every week, I would. I could definitely see me. There's just nowhere around here to do that.
You don't have a range by you?
There's a range, but you can't go in there like every day. Like there's certain days where they open it, and so it's not a. I think it's only like one or 2 days a week that they have it. But
What
yeah.
the heck are they doing the other days of the week? Cleaning?
No, it's just it's an open range. It's an open area.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, they have it all fenced off and everything, so you can't go in there just whenever you feel like it.
Oh.
So. But I think I've went. It's either been once or twice. I went with Julie, her husband, and I love to shoot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm kind of nervous about the drive. It's 12 hours, but that's like, straight through, and I know I'm gonna have to stop because of the dogs and everything. But I don't think I have ever driven like that far of a length of time, and so I'm kind of nervous about that.
Well,
Nah,
we should just
it's
probably
easy.
plan on stopping for a hotel and stuff, like maybe one night.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm probably going to try and do it all in one.
Mm,
I don't know. Um, depends on how things go, I think.
yeah.
You know, I would gather. But you know, just getting an early start, pack everything the night before, and then the next morning leave early and head on out. Of course,
Yeah.
it never works out that way, but
Right.
it'll be fine.
Oh.
Everything will be fine.
My accordion's up to $465.
Wow. That's awesome.
That's neat.
I don't even know what brand it is. Do you know anything about accordions, Todd?
Not much. You don't know what brand it is?
Yeah, because it's not like, you know, I know like a Horner's marked that way. No, it says, it looks like an A over E100.
What's or a
And it's, or a V, it's an A or a V, I don't know, over E100 or under it. And then, you know, a serial number and made in Italy, but I don't know what brand, I couldn't figure out what brand it was.
Huh.
Obviously somebody knows something about it because it's got like 21 watchers and then it still has
24 bids.
That's great, Tara.
over 2 days with 24 bids on it.
And
But
some fool asked me, like when it was at 350, well, let's not waste time. I want to know what you take for this right now. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I replied, I don't end auctions early.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't save time by losing money.
Right.
What are you? Oh, that's a toy. No, that's good. Yes, you can chew on that.
Mary says, I'm kind of hoping he will transfer. Yeah. One of my main concerns is finding places I can source and where Nick can get a job. I'm hoping he can transfer so he can keep his benefits.
well, I'll say here is the sourcing's better than in northern Wisconsin. Not that it was bad there, but like up there, rummage sale season quits Labor Day weekend. Like
Mhm.
down here, there's lots of rummage sales and there's quite a few auctions and stuff. Where also the thing is up there, live on-site auctions really quit for the winter, where you end
Yeah.
up going to auction houses. So I think that way it'll be better. Where
Yeah.
I'm at. The thrift stores are worse, I think, for whatever reason.
Really?
I think so. The Goodwill in that is not great. Now I've found a few things in there and I would still check it out, but my Goodwill was better up in northern Wisconsin, I thought.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But I know, like, you know, the couple of places that we went, it was pretty, they were pretty, I think they were a little bit higher than the Goodwill that I go to, but not by much.
No.
Um,
Now they're
so,
cheaper than my Goodwill up north, a lot
Yeah.
cheaper. And like the Goodwill here, like I find video games in it, and up north you never have video game or video game stuff in it. They must
huh.
pull it and send it to Shop Goodwill online or whatever.
Yeah.
But down here, and they just throw the video games right in with the DVDs. So I will say that's a little different, at least where
Yeah.
I'm.
Ansley says, I'm looking for a hurdy-gurdy and a concertina.
I don't know
Oh,
what those
like
are.
a
I'm a-
concertina is like a squeeze box. Is that what she means?
I think so.
Yeah. Because there's like a small thing that looks like an accordion. Well, Todd knows more about this than me, but it looks like an accordion, but it's smaller. Is that called a concertina?
Yeah, I think so. And a hurdy-gurdy is like the organ grinder with a monkey, isn't it? A box on a stand with a crank.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Mm.
I've had lap harps before. I think they're called lap harps. Those
Yeah.
You know, it looks like you pick it like a guitar, but it's on your lap,
Mm-hmm.
and it don't look like a guitar. Anyway,
What was that thing that Mom had, Sally?
It was a lap harpsichord.
Okay.
Pretty cool little thing.
Yeah.
I always wanted to learn how to play one, and I've bought a few, and then I end up selling them because I realize I'm never going to sit down and learn how to play this.
Yeah. I got too much shit going on.
Yeah, I got too much work to do. Yeah, I'm never going to do this.
I just remembered that I really do have a life. And I don't have any extra time.
Oh my gosh. Bum Crack Picker once said, Ansley, are you starting a band or are you going busking? I don't know if you guys get a chance, but you know Chris Piles.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has a band. He has a group, Lost in Nostalgia.
Yep.
And they're doing they got a couple of gigs going on in Texas. And yesterday they did like a couple of lives of their set. Did you see that, Sally?
Mm-mm.
They did a couple of lives of the set that they're going to do. And it was pretty good. I mean, they do covers.
Yeah, I've seen his covers in some of his music videos and stuff. And I really like his band and the music that he plays.
Yeah. Yeah, so they did that yesterday, and I watched for a little bit, and they did really good. They do pretty good as far as, you know, their music and singing and all that. So kudos to Chris. No, he doesn't have a one-man band. He has a it's
Right.
I think 3 people. He has got a bass player, a drummer, and then he plays the electric guitar and he sings.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if you get a chance, go over there and check out the Lost in Nostalgia on Facebook. Sounds good, Mary. Sounds like a good plan. So you guys are going to get married before you move. That's the plan. I think that's exciting.
Yeah, something to look forward to.
Mhm. Sounds good. Well, I got to get some listing done, and I got to do some yard work today.
Oh.
Yeah. Yick, yick, yick. I put it off way too long.
I'm gonna try and get that cooler listed.
How did you get the cooler? Did you get it from your store?
I wasn't really supposed to say, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
She doesn't watch this, so I don't fucking care.
You
But
worked your mojo.
huh?
You worked your mojo to get it.
Yeah, well, she just said somebody was supposed to pick it up and nobody picked it up, so come and get this.
There you
Because
go.
it was outside the store on the side and it was out there for like 6 months.
Oh wow. All right.
And Coke was supposed to come pick it up and they never did, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
No.
She just wanted it out of there. So yeah, it's a rechargeable cooler. It's like a chest cooler, you know. It's like it comes up to about like waist high on me probably.
Yeah.
And then you open the lid and there's like 3 different sections, 3 different baskets. And but you charge it, you're supposed to be able to charge it for 8 hours, and then unplug it, and it's supposed to stay cold for like 12 hours.
Cool. So you can move it around in your store or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And it's for Monster Energy.
Yeah. But I don't think I'm going to advertise it that way. I'm just going to advertise it as the model, which is IDW Global, and then the model number, and then reach in beverage, cooler chest. I think I may put in, I may change that to a trio recharge cold merchandiser.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna do it local pickup. So hopefully I can get rid of it. I'm sure it'll sell.
Yeah, I think so.
That was a good score.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it up for, I'm just gonna put it up for 6 and see if it sells for 6. And if, if I have to, I'll go down to 400. There's some on there that, they're used and they're going for like, $1,000. So I just want to get rid of it fast though.
Yeah. Get it gone.
It's a cooler that you would see in a store, Ansley. Like, that has a Monster on it and everything, and it's, one that goes, it stands like as high as your chest, and it's on like rollers, and you open the lid, reach in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you'll sell that with no problem.
Yeah.
I got a Jaeger machine around here I gotta get listed.
Yeah.
Jim used to go to stuff traveling with his own Jaeger machine, but he quit drinking, so I'm like, well, we might as well sell it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Aw, I'm sorry, Mary.
Hopefully that won't be the case. Hopefully he'll realize that he misses you and wants to be around you. I know. Sometimes I feel like I so screwed up with my kids, you kind of second guess yourself, decisions that you make and everything. And I think that's just all being part of being a mom. But yesterday I was kind of down on myself and stuff, and I was just thinking about everything, and I'm like, why am I so screwed up, that I can't go see my son, I can't do certain things that I want to do. This is ridiculous. And don't feel like maybe I've made the right, I don't know what that is. There's a feedback.
There's definitely a, I don't know what that is. But
I just, was second guessing myself yesterday and, thinking, am I doing what I should be doing? Am I, moving in the right direction, or have I fallen backwards?
Yeah.
So I, just, and he's only about 4 hours away from me, but it's too much of a drive for my car, definitely.
Why don't you just rent a car?
I think you have to have, don't you have to have like a credit card and stuff?
You can call them and find out. You may just be able to.
I mean, I have like a bank card, but
yeah, sometimes you can just put some of them do like $1. You can just put like a certain amount, like a $200 deposit or something down, and then sometimes they don't ask for a credit card. Call around and find out.
Yeah. He's, I mean, he's supposed to be coming up here for Thanksgiving anyways, but at the same time, it's like, if I have 3 days off, I want to be able to go,
Yeah.
and I wanted to get this car and everything, and it's like not looking like it's going to work out, and I'm down on myself about that,
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah.
It just sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, Rita. I mean, I'll probably just see if, he can make it down or make it up for Thanksgiving. And if not, then I'll figure out something because I miss him.
Right.
I miss him so bad.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's another thing. Like, how am I going to freaking move out of Michigan if I can't even freaking handle,
Well,
my kids for, so long?
it's hard. Yeah, Liz says that's all you need is a debit card. There you go.
Okay.
And you can get like, if you go like, I think we did it out of, which one is William Shatner Priceline? We rented a car, we picked it up in Wisconsin, and we drove it all the way to Jackson, Mississippi, and it cost us like $60. It was so incredibly cheap. It was amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Sometimes you can find like really good deals because they're trying to get, I think like that car we rented was a New York car, but it was stuck up by like Appleton, Wisconsin. So they just wanted to get it back in circulation so it head over to the East Coast. So sometimes you can like get, where they just want to get it out of their area into a bigger market where it can head out that way,
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
I just, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough when you're in a situation and you don't see, you don't see change happening, that's tough. That's tough to see. And then you're missing your kids, and I know all about that,
Yeah.
it's really hard, but make some goals.
Yeah, I have a whole week of vacation to use.
Yeah, you need to get that scheduled.
Yeah.
Well, you could sell that cooler and say, that's it. I'm going to see my kids with that money.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't want to hear it. This is what I'm doing with it. It's my money, and I'm going to spend it the way I want.
Right.
That's it. Put your foot down. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. I hope everybody has a good day. I'm going to get started marking off my list and getting some stuff done. So we'll see you all tomorrow.
Okay.
Have
Bye,
a good
guys.
day.
Love y'all. Bye-bye. Have a good day.